I was wondering why it was so dark, and it's because I didn't have my other light on. Much darker than normal. Hi everyone, my name's Tracy Bish. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. It is, well, it's Wednesday live. I actually go Tuesdays, usually on my lives. I didn't go yesterday, and I've got a bit of a story. So yesterday, I actually had a really sore eye. I've still got a really sore eye, but it's not as painful as it was yesterday. So this eye here, it's just blown up. So my eyelid is really puffy and actually feels bruised, but I don't think it is. So who knows what's going on. It's actually gotten better throughout the day. But yeah, I was in a lot of pain yesterday, so I just thought I really didn't want to come on live and do that. So I didn't. So hopefully I didn't muck yous around too much yesterday. And I'm hoping that everyone can join today, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so how has everyone's week been? Have you done anything exciting? Hi, Marion. Have you done anything exciting? Are you doing anything exciting maybe for this weekend? I didn't do anything exciting last week. I don't think I've got anything exciting this week. My husband's still been working with our sheds, so he's actually out there. Just got home from work and he's gone straight out to do some work on the shed. We are expecting rain here on Friday, so he's been doing the roof and putting the insulation in. So I think he wants to do a few things to make sure that won't be affected with any rain. So I think he's out there busily doing that, and he might do a little bit more tomorrow afternoon after work as well, because I think the rain's coming Friday morning. So yeah. And yeah, so pretty much that's exactly what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. I haven't gone anywhere, haven't done anything. I've worked and I've crafted, and that's pretty much it. So what's everyone else been doing? Have you been doing anything exciting? We've had actually really nice weather today, and I'm sitting here in a jumper, and I'm actually feeling a little bit warm. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too hot in here, but I can take my jumper off, I suppose. I think we had 20 degrees today, so that's warm for a winter. Although we had fog roll in. It was clear first thing this morning, and then we had fog roll in probably about 9 o'clock, and it stayed till about 10:30, 11. So crazy weather that we're having. Something a little bit different. Usually we'll have fog in the morning, but it was actually clear this morning, and then it rolled on in. Marion's doing some crafting, some wood and gardening. Oh, I'm glad that you've got your, is that for the week or is that for the weekend? Or is that, that's for both? Always plenty of time to craft. I love that. Yeah, so today's video is actually a free online class for everyone. Anyone can watch. And it's actually something new that I'm bringing into my business. So for anyone who purchases in my online store in August using the host code, spends over $100, that you will receive the 2 bundle tutorials as well as the card kits to create the 3 cards that we're creating tonight. And we're using an online exclusive called Changing Leaves, and I'll go through all that in a minute. But I'm super excited because I think these online free card classes are going to be fun. And to get the kits in the mail is also a little bit fun as well. Now, if you don't have the Changing Leaves, or you don't want to purchase the Changing Leaves, you can certainly do something else with your kit. Maybe you have a leaf set at home that you can substitute for, or maybe you want to use something completely different. So I'm sure you can do that as well. The fog was thick, absolutely. Yeah, it was crazy. I did, because it was clear earlier in the morning, we had the Shire boys come in and mow the park across the road this morning. And I thought, because it sort of come in, when it come in foggy, it almost looked like dust as well. And I thought that maybe because they were doing the lawn mowing and stuff, that maybe they'd kicked up a lot of dust, and that's what created all that. But yeah, it was fog. It's crazy. So lots of fun. Yeah. I'm going to go through a few announcements as we go, and then we're going to get into the online class. So if you've got, you know, something that you want to chat about or tell us about, please pop it in the comments, and I'll keep checking the comments. So, but yeah, I'm super excited because free online class is going to be a lot of fun. So we still have the Designer Series paper sale that is running till the end of the month. These are actually DSPs in the annual catalogue, so there's lots and lots to choose from. I did get actually a couple of extra packets of DSP packs this week, so you know that Mediterranean Blooms is a must, I think, and I did get some of that again, so I need to create a little bit more with that. So all available till the end of the month, 15% off, which is an amazing discount. Grab that before the end of the month. All throughout the August month, we are able to redeem our coupon codes. So if you purchased last month and received some coupon codes, you can use your coupon codes to redeem this month. So here in Australia, for every $90 that you spent last month, you got a $9 code that was emailed to you. So make sure you use those. If you have them and you don't want to use them, you can pass them on to other people. They're not linked to your name, but yeah, so make sure that you use those because you don't want to miss out on your $9 coupon. I always think that that's a really great deal. Okay, so this week in my YouTube channel, I've got a couple of videos out. Actually, I've got quite a few videos out, but crafting videos, I've got my monochromatic Instagram hop video featuring Smoky Slate. This is such a cute Halloween card. I thought this was super cute. So using that gorgeous Ghosts from the online exclusives. Can't think of the name now. Something Ghosts. But really cute card. It is here on YouTube if you'd like to check that out. As well as the Global Monthly Video Hop, which was a sketch challenge this month. So the Global Monthly Video Hop is a group of demonstrators from around the world. We have a theme each month and we do a video hop. So if you haven't had a look at that one, go over and have a look. You can actually see in the comments section everyone that's taken part in the hop this month. So I used this upcoming beautiful Nests of Winter suite. It's in our new annual catalogue, our new mini catalogue coming out next month. And so cute, love it. It's a very, very simple card using that DSP as the focal point. Okay, so we have the new mini catalogue, and you may have seen a video that I did this week here on YouTube for a reason to join Stamping Up and purchasing that starter kit. Obviously, there's plenty of reasons why being a demonstrator with Stamping Up is amazing, but one really good one for this month is if you purchase the starter kit, you can add things from the mini catalogue into your starter kit, or after you've purchased the starter kit, you can then create an order and add anything from the mini catalogue. So that's an amazing perk. I did receive my catalogues the other day. It might have been Tuesday. So I'm busily getting them ready for my customers to send out. So if you've shopped with me in the last 6 months, I will send a catalogue out to you. So get ready for the postie to be delivering some wonderful goodness. I love holiday crafting, and you know, this is always the best time to create and share the love of crafting. But yeah, join Stamping Up, purchase that starter kit, and you can already add these mini catalogue products into your cart, as well as getting a discount, so 20% discount as a demonstrator, which is an amazing perk. But go and check that video out as well. I go through a few of the reasons for purchasing the starter kit and becoming a demonstrator as well. And if any of those things interest you, if you'd like to chat with me, I would love to chat with you as well. Okay, so August we have the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. This is using the Country Woods suite from the annual catalogue. I did create my card last week for you. So this is the catalogue. Now this is available for purchase over my blog. I think there's also a link in the description of this video. 12 projects, all using the Country Woods suite. This is a really great suite and a great bundle tutorial. You can get this free just by shopping with me in the month of August using the host code. Or if you purchase the starter kit and join my team get this bundle tutorial absolutely free every single month as well. So that is there. I'm going to share with you the card that we created last week. So if you missed that video, you can certainly go and check that out. But cute card, I love it. And you know, you've got a little gift card holder there as well. So that's also here on YouTube. Anyone shopping with me this month spending over $65 will receive both the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial and August's tutorial bundle. This month we have 37 projects, which is a little bit less than normal, which is fine. But I will be sharing with you my project next week. So next Tuesday, come back and have a look at what we're creating for this month's tutorial bundle. If you would like to purchase this bundle, you can certainly purchase it over on my blog. There's also a link in the description. It's an instant download, so super fun. And again, if you join my team, the Inky Stampers, you get this free as well each month. But yes, spending $65 will get you this bundle as well as the Simple Sweet Stampers as a customer thank you gift. And anyone who's spending over $100 before postage will get those two bundles, plus this card kit that we're showing off tonight. Let me show you, I'm going to show you the cards. And so the card kits are these ones here. Let me show you the cards. So Changing Leaves is the bundle. Actually, let's show you the bundle first. So there is a stamp set with gorgeous leaves and great sentiments as well. We have a Changing Leaves die set, which has labels, it has the leaves, and then a big die that cuts out all three of the leaf images in that set. And this is a hybrid bundle with an embossing folder, which is absolutely gorgeous. And you can die cut and emboss all in once with our hybrid bundle. So that's super fun. I did do a video you may have seen a couple of days ago where I highlight all these things with our free online class. So you may have already seen the cards, but yeah, let me show you the cards really quick as well. So this is our first one, very simple. The three inks that we're using for the cards are Green Apple Green, Blueberry Bushel, and Pretty Peacock. But what's really great is if you don't have those colours, you can actually use whatever colours you like. So it doesn't really matter. Very simple card using that embossing folder. Then we have this second one, so bright and pretty. Aren't these three colours absolutely gorgeous together? Love how bright and fun they are. And then our third card is this one here. It has the Full of Life DSP. I've also used the Spotlight on Nature dies, which will come already die cut in your kit. So that is the three cards. So let's pop the camera down and I'll show you a little bit more before we get crafting. So welcome everyone. I'm so happy that you're here. Let me know, anyone watching, do you have this bundle? Do you have the Changing Leaves bundle? Okay, I also have a PDF with all the measurements and all those sorts of things as well that I'll be sending out to anyone who places the order. So in your kit, you'll also have a piece of DSP from the Full of Life DSP, this one here. These are bright, happy, fun colours. And this is also on that 15% off DSP sale. So if you really like the colours and the patterns in this DSP, it is on sale, which is always really good. But yeah, really pretty colours. Love that. Big, bold designs as well. So that will be in your kit. The inks that you'll need that we're using tonight are Green Apple Green, Pretty Peacock and Blueberry Bushel. You will need a blending brush. Almost went out of my head then. And then the kit. So like I said, I have designed it so you can change out the colours if you would like. Completely up to you. So let's start with our first card. It will have all your embellishments as well. The card base is Basic White Thick, and then I have Basic White Thick as our front of the card, and it's just a nice little matting all the way around. Then we have two pieces of Basic White Thick, one for our sentiment, one for our coloured border, and then we also have some little rhinestones as well. So I'm going to grab just a piece of scrap paper for my surface there. And to start off with, we're going to emboss our matting piece. So let's bring in our embossing folder. Now this is a 3D embossing folder, really great texture, and it has a really deep impression as a 3D embossing folder. Yeah, absolutely, Marion, you can certainly borrow it. So I'm down to my number one platform because it is a 3D embossing folder. The embossing folder and the cardstock, and then plate 4. 3D, that's all we need for our 3D embossing plates. Run that through really quick. And of course, if you don't have the Changing Leaves bundle, you can honestly use any embossing folder that you may wish. But look at the texture in this. Absolutely stunning, and that's the debossed side. So really, really pretty. Okay. Bring our card back in. What we're going to do is we want to add a little bit of colour to our embossing, and to do that we're going to use our ink as well as our blending brush, and I want to be really, really light with it. So let's grab some ink. We'll take some of it off, and I'm going to be super light just on the embossed section, trying not to go off, and just on the embossed section. And you can go back over it. This is actually really hard for me because I do have such a heavy hand. And it doesn't matter if we go into the other areas. You just want to keep as much white space as we can. This is a great way of using your inks on your embossing folders. So nice and light. Yep. Just by taking off some of that ink means that it's not going to be super bold, or you're not going to have those squirrely marks, which you can sometimes get. So there we have it. Nice and light, but really pretty. It does show up all that great detail as well. I'm going to leave our ink out. Let's bring in one of our sentiment pieces, and we are using the You Are Amazing in Every Single Way sentiment. Just going to stamp that on the right hand side, like so. And then with this other piece, because I didn't want to add a piece of the Granny Apple Green just in case maybe you didn't have it and you didn't want to use that colour. So I've got another strip of the basic white thick, and you can either, okay, there's two ways you could do it. Come back in and add the colour with your blending brush, or you can just run it down over your ink pad, picking that colour up. As you can see, with my sample, I did use my blending brush. I wanted to see how much darker this was. And this will actually lighten quite a bit as it dries as well. So this gives you the two options. You could use your blending brush and have it a little bit lighter, or run your ink pad over it and it's a little bit darker. So we're going to add this sentiment piece down. Let's grab some green glue. I probably should let this dry just for a minute. Because we've used quite a bit of ink there, it is quite wet, but it'll be fine. There we have it. Made a mess of this one. Let's get rid of that and grab another piece. Okay. And I'm just going to add this one down with some liquid glue again. We are going to pop up this piece onto our card base. So making it nice and even. So this card comes together super fast. Definitely can't do a card without dimensionals, can we? There we go. I'm going to pop this down onto our card base, leaving a nice little border all the way around. Actually, let's turn it over. Like so. And this sentiment piece actually goes to the very end of the card, whereas our matting piece is a little bit smaller. There's that. Let's bring in our basic rhinestones, and we're going to add 3 of those down. And I'm using my Take My Pick tool. This is a great tool to have. Makes light work with your embellishments, picks them up, holds them in place, helps you place them. So there's the front of the card. What I'm actually going to do as well is I just want to stamp a little bit inside. So I'm going to actually take, I can use any one of the leaf images. I'm actually going to use this one. No, let's do this one. Let's do the big one. We won't use the whole thing. We'll stamp off the edge. So just on the edge. And it still gives us plenty of room for writing, but makes it pretty on the inside. I need to come up a little bit so you can see. So there's our first card. Really, really pretty. Okay, so we can move on to our second card. There's 3 cards in all. Our second card is this one here. Love all the colours in this. We have basic white thick card base. We have a piece of matting in basic white thick. It actually measures the same measurement as the front of the card base, so it fits right over the top of the card. We have a piece of basic white thick for our die cutting. We have a piece of the gold. Actually, there's a silver and gold in the ribbon combo. We have using the gold, and then I've got some rhinestones as well. Okay, to start off with, I'm actually going to do our die cutting first because we've got to bring in that big machine. So we need this piece, and with the dies, we are using the label as well as this little leaf as well. Okay, let me grab our machine. So we're just going to run those two dies through. Again, if you don't have the changing leaves bundle, you can use any die cut that you have with a label and any leaf die. And I'm sure we have quite a bit of those in our selection if we really looked in. I'm also just going to add a little bit of stamping mist to my scrubber because that large leaf that we just stamped on our first card, we're changing the colour of that one. So there we go. So then we can bring in our die cuts. It gives us a little bit left over. So we have our two die cuts. There we go. Ribbon embellishments, card front, and our card sample. So we're going to actually do a little bit of stamping and creating our background here. We're using all three colours, so blueberry bushel, pretty peacock, and granny apple green. And we're also using all three of our leaf images from that set, so all three of these. When you're creating background stamping and you're using multiple stamps, the biggest recommendation I can give you is using or stamping your largest image first. That way you can sort of fill in with your smaller images as you go. So we're going to stamp off the edge. We're actually, this large stamp, we're not stamping a full image of that stamp because it's so big, it'll probably take up most of that area. So we just sort of want a little bit here and there. Hi Glenda, how are you? Oh, thanks Marion. Yes, definitely a job for you to mount my new dies. I've got a few in my stash now that are still on the cardstock, but that's okay. No rush. And I'm going to stamp this actually 3 times. So right on the edge as well. The brightness of these 3 colours is so pretty. Okay, so our next colour, or our next largest stamp, is the granny apple green leaf. So that is this one here, and this one's got a little bit of something on that, so let's get rid of that. There we go. And we're going to do a little bit more stamping, filling in some white space. And one last one, like so. And then Pretty Peacock is our 3rd colour. And I don't know, it looks like is it a maple leaf? No, that's the one we're going to be using. Marion's asking, did I use the colour wheel to pick my colours? Actually, I didn't. I actually just looked at I did look at all my inks sitting in spots and decided from there. That probably would have been a very smart idea. Marion is looking at the colour wheel. So there we have that. Isn't that really pretty? Great background. While we have the pretty peacock out, we are going to use that for our label. It's a bit messy again, isn't it? So our sentiment here is a little note to brighten your day. So we're going to stamp that one in the middle. Like so. And then I'm actually going to colour our white leaf. Like, you could leave it and it'd look really pretty, but we're going to colour that with the pretty peacock. Oh, I pretty much got everything except for that corner. There we go. So it's a little bit messy, these cards. And look how good that turns out. That will lighten a little bit as well. Okay, get rid of that. Let's bring our card base in. I'm going to add our layer to our card base just with some liquid glue. And again, this measures the same measurement as the card front. So that makes it really easy to attach that. Our sentiment piece, I'm going to get a little bit of tear and tape. I'm actually securing my ribbon to our little label here. So just adding a bit of tear and tape. And then you want to add the ribbon down. Like so. So it sort of sticks out the ends, which is really, really pretty. We are going to put some dimensionals on that and give it that little bit of a pop-up. And if you didn't want it to go all the way across, you could just cut a little bit off and conserve it a little bit by just adding it to the ends. Nothing wrong with saving your supplies. Bring that down in the middle. And then I'm going to use some just liquid glue to attach that down. Like so. And then of course we will stamp the inside, and I'm going to stamp the pretty peacock. I want pretty peacock to be the main colour in this one. There we have it. That's no, sorry, that's not our second card, because we've got our embellishments to add. So 3 little embellishments. Pop these down. And there is our second card. Not as much pop-up in that one. We've just got the pop-up on our sentiment piece, but that's really pretty. So there's card 2. Card 3 is, maybe a little bit more stepped up. They're all very easy cards. We have basic white thick card base. Score that. I have the 2 labels already cut out. This is Blueberry Bushel, and we have basic white, and I do need to just pop out these little pieces. Just a couple there. There we go. we have our labels. We have a nice little bit of that gold ribbon, more rhinestones, sentiment piece in basic white thick, and then we have a piece for our die cutting and stamping in basic white thick, and then our piece of DSP, which is this gorgeous, bright, happy, fun shades of colour. So again, you know, you could pick any colour that's in this background to do your stamping with. If you don't have the blueberry bushel, you could certainly do that. So we're going to start off with our stamping and die cutting, and I need to clean this stamp because we used it with Granny Apple Green, and we're going to be doing blueberry bushel this time. So that's clean. Blueberry bushel is one of my favourite blues. I think it's really pretty and bright. So stamp this down like so. And then we might as well get our sentiment piece and stamp our sentiment as well while we're here. And we're going to use the thank you and just stamping it in the middle. Oops. Perfect. Bring our die cut machine back in again. Oh, thank you, everyone. Marion's favourite is Tahitian Tide. Yeah, that's pretty as well. So this one's actually using that 3-in-1. What I might do is I might just cut that down. So you'll get a little bit more than you need in your kit. You can be able to stamp something else. Move that over. It was just hanging off the side just slightly, and I really don't want to break my die. So it's easier just to move it over just a little before running it through. Okay. Look at that. Very pretty. So not using any autumn or wintry colours with our cards this month. I really wanted, you know, bright, happy. You know, we're in winter. We want bright and happy, don't we? Okay, so we can add our DSP straight down. One thing I want to mention is in your DSP, you'll have your blueberry bushel. Make sure you stick that at the top of your card because you don't want it sort of hidden at the bottom. You want it to be nice and high to match in with our die cut there. So let's layer that down with some basic white, with some liquid glue. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a border on the left-hand side and a little bit of room on the right-hand side. Attach our two labels together, and I love these labels. They nest in together, but they've got different patterns, and there's 12 actual circles in Spotlight on Nature, so I really like that. We're going to pop up our leaf here, so let's bring in some dimensionals. Okay. I'll pop put that down in the center. That really pops off that white circle die cut. Looks great. Where is our sentiment piece? I'm going to bent cut the ends just with some scissors. So if you have a punch, you could use that punch. I don't actually own it, so I'm just going to cut in from each side. And I want it to sit like so, but I want it to sit flat on our die cut and just add dimensionals to the two ends of that sentiment label. That will give it plenty of pop-up and support it. Just take the backings off, and then I can add a little bit of liquid glue in the center, and then it'll be held down with the glue onto the die cut. Yep. There we go. And I'm going to pop this up with some more dimensionals. Hi Nicole, how are you? Oh, thanks for popping on. So let's pop this one down. There we go. Got my rhinestones here, let's add them, and then we can do our ribbon. Again, Take My Pick tool is a great tool to be adding embellishments and making it easy. There we go. Let's see how well I can tie a bow on camera. It's always harder on camera than off camera. Well, that's not too bad, is it? There we go. Let's get rid of a little bit of that extra tail. And I find mini glue dots are probably the easiest to adhere these ribbons down with. So we're going to add one of those. And this ribbon's actually, bow's a little bit bigger than my first one. Lastly, I want to bring in and just stamp the inside. And blueberry bushel and that same leaf. Stunning. All right. And there we have our third and final card for August's free card class with an order. Let's bring in each one of those again. This is lightened a little bit, but as you can see, it's still a lot darker than using your blending brush. So this one I blended with ink onto basic white cardstock. This one I actually scrape's probably not the word. I used my ink pad and ran it along the cardstock, and that gave me a lot darker colour, which is really, really pretty. So there are our 3 cards using the card kit for this month. Again, you can get this absolutely free by placing a $100 order in my online store before postage. You'll receive the card kit, the PDF, the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial, as well as the monthly tutorial as your free gift. And yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to help you out with anything that you have. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you, everyone. Marion says they're all beautiful. Number 3 is her favourite. Nice. Oh, thank you, Glenda. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on today's Wednesday video. I do apologise that I couldn't go live yesterday, so I do appreciate everyone popping on and seeing tonight. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have an amazing night, and I'll see you all really soon with another video. All right. Night-night. Bye.